The curve is where we were at in the car right before we saw it. So this is the beginning of the curve right here. So we were about right here when I thought I saw something. As you can see, it's very wooded. There aren't any houses until you pass this spot right up here. This is all like a mountain. It's pretty big, but you can't really see what's up there because of all the trees and shrubbery. But we were about right here when I first saw something in the road. Matt, I might get you to walk down there. So let's do that real quick. He's almost there. We were coming from this direction. We follow the road in this curve. Like I said, you can't tell it's a curve from the way I'm filming. So if you can see where Matt's at, let me zoom in. I know I'm really shaky. This camera's extremely heavy. So that's about where I saw this thing. Hey Matt, put your hand above your head. Raise your hand up. I don't know if you guys can see that. So what I saw was definitely taller than his hand, if you can see his hand. Here's what happened. We're driving and driving down this way, and about right here I see movement, or I see something, and I think it's a deer. So I was about to yell out, "Deer in the road." Ooh, a bug got on my camera, sorry. I was about to yell it out, and then I lean forward and I look. Start walking, Matt, toward the grass. We're about right here, and I see this thing cross the road just like Matt's crossing the road right now. And what kind of triggered in my mind that this was not a deer was when it started walking, I saw its left leg swish past the right leg. So this thing was very big, very, very big, much bigger than Matt. I'm gonna say at least 6.5 foot tall to 7 foot tall, maybe even taller. And I realized at that moment when I saw that leg move, I was like, oh crap, this has 2 legs. Is this a person? And as we're coming closer and closer and closer, then I kind of realized, wait a second, this thing is huge. And it's tree colored. I don't know if I would say that it's walking quickly. I would say that because of its size, its gait was significantly faster. It seemed like it made fewer steps across the road. But let me just show you a tree. So I've got my exposure jacked up pretty high, and you can kind of see this is a perfect example of a type of tree we have in this little wooded area here. It was kind of that color. I don't know, that's like a brownish, grayish, I don't know, like a really earthy, toned, flat color. But anyway, as I saw this thing crossing, I noticed that its legs were very, very thick. Its legs were very, very long. And it turned its head and it looked at us at some point. I'm not sure if it was turned the whole time or what. But there was a lighter spot, like a lighter colored spot, where the face would probably be. Now I don't know what color it was, but it was lighter than the body. And another thing you need to know is, like, since it was crossing from the mountain up here, this is a pretty steep mountain. I'll try to put in like a Google Maps image of this particular area. It was crossing from there to there. This is a cliff. I don't know if you can see because there's still a lot of foliage. The trees have not lost all their leaves yet, but this is a cliff. That light spot that you're seeing right there is actually a road. Okay, there's like a valley down there. There's Matt with the sneaky neighborhood dog. So this is a pretty good little strip. Let me just go a little further and I'll stop and turn around and show you the curve from this direction as well. Let me turn around. this is the area I was standing up there in that curve. Just zoom in on the curve. Sorry, I know it's really shaky. This camera is so front heavy. It's really hard to hold. And then now you can kind of start to see the valley that's down here. And here's a spot where you, let me see if I can not fall over the hill. You can kind of start to see the road that goes back that way. So this road continues on, but there is a fork up here where these two roads kind of run adjacent. I'm not real good with like geometry words, but they kind of run alongside each other. I'm trying to look back this way. So see, this is quite a little stretch. It's not tremendously long, but it is a little bit of a stretch. So the road continues on, walking. We're continuing to walk. After looking at it, looking at Matt, I can definitely tell that whatever I saw last night was really big. So here's where the road forks. Let me just, I don't want to get hit by a car. So I can't hear very well because of the wind. I hope this is not terribly frustrating for you guys. So this is the road that goes this way. Okay. This road up here is where we saw, well, I saw it. Matt said that he only saw a shadow. It was headed from, if I can find my finger, up here, across the road, and down here. That's a pretty steep drop off. What you see down there, as far as you can see the road, that drops off. And then it drops off again right here, down into like, oh, here comes a car. Down into this field. There's a creek, like a pretty big creek. It's pretty wide in some spots, pretty deep in some spots. And then it crosses into a field. And I'll try to put, oh, hello. Filming Bigfoot stuff. Filming my Bigfoot sighting. As you can see, field, creek, road, higher road. My stepdad. That's him up there. Sneaky neighborhood dog. Okay, getting serious right now. We're going to try to look for some tracks. We're going to try to find something to indicate that shrubbery or foliage or anything was broke down or walked through. I'm still very frazzled about what I saw. I don't think I ever expected to react the way that I did. It was tremendously frightening experience, and I'm not even sure if I was scared, because I never really thought I was scared of Bigfoot, because honestly I've never really believed in Bigfoot. I guess now I do. There's no denying that now I know for sure there is a such thing as Bigfoot. Right.
I mean, like something like that right there, it wouldn't come down there.
I don't know, Matt. Maybe it would. I'm just trying to investigate the surroundings here, and the dirt is pretty soft. Like where I'm stepping is pretty squishy, but I'm not seeing anything that looks like footprints. Matt said he saw some deer tracks. Let's see. Let me. So here, maybe you can kind of see how steep this is. You kind of see that there's a little bit of a ridge line up here. If you guys can see that, that's actually all rock.
There's one right there. Here's one. And here's another one right here.
Deer tracks?
Yeah, right there. That one, this one doesn't look like a deer. So it starts there and ends there. Deers are real short like that. They have a short two right there. And then there's this one. It starts here and ends there. And this one looks like it's got a couple individual, like 4 or 5 toes. There's
What about this right here?
I don't know. I mean, that's some kind of print, but looks like it might have been digging, probably for these acorns.
Yeah.
Eating the acorn.
That makes sense.
There's another really good print I saw right over here. Perfect another one right there. Can't really tell, it's kind of old. Right here. The stuff's been pushed down into it.
Yeah.
So look at this. There's another kind of imprint. But it looks like it goes kind of like that, but it's so old, who knows?
Yeah, it's hard to see even with your bare eyes.
Something's been over here. There's another one. Over here, you can see where they come across too. Here's a footprint. Right there. Right there. That hole. That's probably back from when we had all that rain and the ground was really soft.
What do you see, doggo? No, don't lick my camera.
Another thing I saw, all of this right here. And the tractors drove through here, but this isn't tractor imprints. Like, you know, right here you can see where something stepped and pushed the leaf down in there. And
yeah, that looks like a big toe print, Matt.
yeah,
look at this.
It does, but you know, it's hard to say because it's kind of old here.
Wow.
You know, this right here is the tractor tire print.
Yeah.
You know, it's there too. So something squished the dirt back over top of the tire print. Here imprint right here where it's got the two soft, you know, I forget which pad, two pads on their foot.
Yeah.
And it's pointy. So you can see that one pretty well.
Looks like a big toe.
Kind of.
Like you know, like the palm came up or the heel or something and then feeds right into the toe shape. Yeah, this definitely looks a little bit like a path. I mean, if you look right here, there is a little bit of indention.
You can see something's been coming down right here.
Yeah.
It's been a little while. Leaves on top of it.
And then it kind of feeds right up onto this flat spot and then up by the tree where the dog's going. And then kind of into a hollow.
Yeah.
So.
It's a good spot for something to follow down. Come down from that direction.
Some more tracks.
There's a good one. Right there, one right here. And there, this hole.
What do these look like to you?
Deer.
Deer.
They're small. If something was going to come down the hill, that's a good spot for it to come down. And then here's a good spot for it to go down this part of the hill. And there's a flat area, and then there's kind of a, I don't know what to call it, but
Yeah. When it crossed the road, did it just come into this tree line and then maneuver up this way?
here's a broke twig where something stepped on it and broke it. I mean, obviously something stepped on that and broke it. Yeah.
You guys, help me give this dog a name. He or she, I'm not entirely sure what it is, but it's the neighbor's dog. And it likes to follow us everywhere we go. Hey, doggo. Doggo, come here. What is your name? What's your name?
And I kind of saw it wander through the light. All I could really see was some light on the horizon of the road. and it seemed like I could see a shadow kind of blur it out. Really not all I saw.
So you didn't really see anything but a shadow?
Yeah, it just seemed like a disturbance. I wouldn't even really call it a shadow. Like, you could tell something moved, but you couldn't really see any detail. That's what it was. Yeah. Okay.